Hello everyone, welcome back to the Velocity channel where this is your bridge to financial freedom. Today I want to go ahead and share with you another cash flow sucking loan. I want to show you how to get out of that loan as quick as possible without extra monthly payments. We don't have to do it every month. I'm going to show you how to do that. But first, please like, share, and subscribe so that everyone around the world can know the power of Velocity banking. All right, so here, let me show you something, right? $20,000. We're going to start with a $20,000 loan at 10%. Okay, this is a loan. Now, what can you guess the minimum monthly payment is on that, right? Because of that interest rate, it's going to be $425. Now remember that $425 is not going towards the principal only. Remember, it's going to principal and interest. Whenever you have a minimum monthly payment, many times it incorporates monthly principal and interest payments, okay? Now, we have that, but we also have something else, okay? And that's called a what? A line of credit. So we want to make sure that we have that as well. We also want to make sure you see it. And it's not going to be $10,000. All right? It's going to be $2,000. $2,000 line of credit. That's what you're going to be using. And guess what? Let's go ahead and put that at an interest rate of 17% there. And you're wondering, well, what is the use of that line of credit? You're not telling me that I need to use that line of credit to take care of this loan, are you? Well, no, not yet. Okay, let me share with you what happens when you go according to the bank's plan. Now, remember, they're expecting you to pay that $425 each month, every month. Oh, by the way, for 5 full years. That's 60 months. Remember, you have to think in terms of months when you're talking about money because it's all about time and balance. And so when we're talking about the 5 years, $425 a month, what we want to do is we want to turn this $425 a month going towards them, and we want to make sure that that comes to you as quick as possible. Now, in order to do that, we've got to understand some things. Number one, we have to understand that the percentage of this is going towards interest, which means it's going to the bank. So let's go ahead and do that. In the first month, where is a portion of that $425 going? It's going to interest, all right? So we got 167, and then the principal is 258. And I'll go ahead and rush this so you don't have to see the whole thing, okay? So you know how everyone's shopping online, shopping for gifts, essentials, and deals? That's why finding ways to save automatically is crucial. And that's exactly what Cupert does. Cupert is a free browser extension that finds all the coupon codes that actually work, gives you cash back, and shows you the best prices online automatically. Whenever I shop online, I'm always hunting for discounts like free shipping or 20% off, but it's hard to find codes that work consistently. Cupert does all the heavy lifting. It automatically plugs in coupon codes and picks the one that saves you the most money without you having to do anything extra. They're super trustworthy too. Cupert serves over 200,000 merchants globally, and it's really easy to use. So let's go ahead and break this down. First, just install the extension. Next, register for a free account. And then shop as you normally would, all right? Not that hard at all. Cupert, what they do is they check and apply the best available coupon codes at checkout. It even works with over 2.6 million retailers. Cupert also supports cashback from over 78,000 retailers, including big names like Temu, Macy's, Walmart, Sephora, and more. So the more you shop, the faster your cashback stacks up. You can redeem your cashback as a gift card, PayPal deposit, or even direct to your bank card. On top of that, Cupert offers price comparison on major shopping sites like Amazon, Walmart, Macy's, eBay, and Nike. You can use the price comparison along with automatic coupons and cash back. What that's called is a triple stack of savings. So start using Cupert today to save money and avoid paying full price. Download Cupert using the link in the description below. You'll find both the app link and the website link right there. It's free, it's easy, and it's a smart step toward better financial stewardship. All right, so we have here on this side what you're normally going to be paying, how it's going to be split up. Now, I added in there the second month because I wanted you to see how much it's going down each month, okay, as far as the interest and your principal. So the interest is going down about $2. So that 1 month is making a $2 difference, and that $2 on the second month is going towards the principal. So there's a little bit of an increase in the principal, a little bit of a decrease in that interest. So let's see what happens at the 12th month. Oh, by the way, 11 or 10 months have gone by, and you're only at the $142 mark and $283 towards that principal. And of course, we went to the half year, 30 months, $96 to interest, $329 towards the principal. We want to see if there's another way to pay this loan. Can we get it faster? Instead of going the full 5 years, can we get it paid off a little faster? Oh, by the way, without getting a second job, without decreasing our expenses. Can we use the same income that we're getting? Can we use the same income that we are getting to obliterate this loan as fast as possible? The answer is yes, and the answer lies within your line of credit. Now, a lot of you have a line of credit, whether that's a $500 line of credit, okay, or a $2,000 line of credit, and some even higher. All I am recommending is that you take a look at these numbers, and I want you to decide for yourself. I want you to do the calculation yourself. Now, look at the first month over here. Of course, at the first month, the bank is going to get theirs, all right? Let's be transparent with you. They've got to get theirs. We signed the agreement. We agreed to go ahead and pay them a little bit of what we have. Okay, so they have the $167. However, this is the key. We paid $2,000, all right, on top of that $258 of the principal. Now, remember, you have to make sure you say that. Okay, some of you have already commented as well. Hey, make sure you say that on the app. Okay, principal. Okay, $2,000 towards the principal. What that does is it dramatically reduces the principal. And why do we want to reduce the principal so bad? Because the principal is the host and the interest rate is the parasite. So make sure that you're decreasing that principal so that you can cancel out that interest. The second month, we wanted to share with you, and in comparison and contrasting, the second month over in the Velocity banking area versus the second month over in the traditional banking area. Remember, $165 on the traditional side, $148. That is a dramatic reduction. Let's go ahead and compare that principal. Look at that. We're paying more towards the principal than we are over here on the traditional banking side. Watch this. With the same income. I need you to get that. With the same income, all right? 12, okay, we're at 90 over here. Oh my goodness. Do you see what I see? So we're paying less on the 12th month than we are even on the 30th month on the traditional banking side. Do you see that? You know why that is? Because we are strategically deploying our $2,000. Notice, it's not every month that we are deploying it. It isn't. It's not every month. It's just every what? 4 months. Because what we did, every 5 months. Because what we did was we said, okay, well, we get paid $5,000. Okay. The expenses is, let's say, $4,600. Right? Guess what? That leaves us with a cash flow of $400. And we're going to be using that line of credit as a partial checking account. Okay, what does that mean? Okay, that means that we're going to be spending from our expenses, the expenses, that $2,000, we're going to make sure that we're paying our expenses, some of those expenses from the line of credit, and we're going to make sure that we have $400 left, okay? Which means if we're continuing to have that $400 within our line of credit, we should be back up to full $2,000 at the end of the 5 months, okay? At the end of the 5 months, we're going to go ahead and deploy it again and again and again. Now, in this scenario, we only have 4 times that we have to do that. 4 times, okay? Look at that. That's why the 30th month, we're at 17 over here, and the 30th month, we would have still been at the 96, all right? We want to share with you a little bit more about this as we continue on. So we have the deployment schedule of that $2,000. If you want to go ahead and use that, this one was, of course, the first one was going to be this month, all right, May of 2025. Then the next one is going to be October 2025, and then March, right, 2026, and then August of 2026. Just 4 deployments of that $2,000 using your line of credit as your new checking account so that you can go ahead and take care of this cash flow sucking loan. Remember how we determine cash flow suckability, all right? Cash flow index. We take that line balance, we divide it by the minimum monthly payment. It's going to come out with the number from 0 all the way up to, I don't know, all right? Now, from 0 to 50, danger zone. 51 to 99, you can restructure, refinance, okay? Do whatever you need to do in order to have more cash flow in that area. If you have 99 and above, then that's actually the freedom zone. You don't really have to worry about paying off that loan as fast as you would a cash flow sucking loan, like some of these car loans, you know, the payday loans and title loans, all right? And so that is our deployment schedule for this one. $2,000 in lines of credit. You don't want to spend the extra $300, $500, $600 each and every month. You can actually do this with the line of credit that you have. Now remember, the line of credit is going to be much different in interest than amortized interest. Remember, they are calculated differently. So that loan is going to be cash flow sucking while the line is used to pay off loans. Did you know that's actually what lines are supposed to be used for? Lines of credit are supposed to be used for your assets. They're supposed to be used to pay off those things that drain you. And that's the principal acceleration, okay? That's what the lines of credit are used for. We need to make sure that we are using them to the best of our ability. I'll go ahead and get out of the way here. And this number right here, just in case you're wondering, it's called the velocity banking factor. What does that mean? Well, we took the amount of interest, okay, that we paid over here, which was $2,448, okay? And we divided it by this number over here, and we got the we actually got less than that, okay? It's actually going to be about 45%. So what does that mean? Why do we need that velocity banking factor? Well, it's telling you that 55.44% you've saved in interest. That's all that's saying, okay? And so what we did was made sure that we take the number that we got in the velocity banking, okay, total interest, which of course you're going to be paying less in interest, and we divided it by the traditional banking, right, which is $5,496 in total interest, and then we got that 45% number. It's 45.54% or something like that. But in total interest, right, saved 55.44%, okay? So please look at what you have, okay? Your lines of credit are sitting there, and you're wondering, man, how am I going to get out of this debt? What if I told you that the tool to get you out of debt was right there in your hand, and you didn't know how to use it? All right. You've got lines of credit. Let's use them to capture this cash flow, because cash is not king. Cash flow is king. All right. Folks, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe so that everyone around the world can now know what you know, and we'll see you in another video. God bless you.